Welcome everybody to the 2014 Buehler High School graduation. I'm very honored as class president to be speaking to you all right now. However, I'm faced with a very difficult problem. How do I introduce a class that has exceeded almost every expectation and stood so tall above so many? You're witnessing the graduation of a class that already has so many state championships, including golf, football, bowling, track, and whose marching band has won numerous awards, whose debaters are going to nationals, and whose yearbook has received national recognition. A class that has lived in the shadow of no other class. We have stood tall above the rest, like a mighty wizard, some may say. You know, I've always been a fan of the Lord of the Rings. I read Lord of the Rings first when I was 12 or so. Then I stayed up all night with my friend Danny talking about it, and we talked about Ents and elves and even discussed whether Tom Bombadil was God. I was a geeky child. However, all these years later, the story has never left me. And now, when thinking about this class, I couldn't help but relate our class to the Lord of the Rings and the fellowship we've become throughout the years of the Shire of Buehler High School. And when I think about it, I'm amazed at how our class parallels those travelers from Middle-earth. Then, like a wizard's explosion, it came to me that we are in fact the fellowship of the class ring, and that we have already begun our journey towards the fiery eye of Mount Doom. And as John Knapp described, for the past 12 years, like hobbits, every day we'd hobble into the small class, though we'd wish we'd be playing outside in the grass. While it was springtime with flowers abloom, there we were just stuck in a room. Then the mockingbirds chided at us, come out and play, but we were just stuck in a schoolroom for a day, and abused with literature, history, and math, as we dreamed of escaping down some secret path. We were hobbits that longed for a summer day when we could just go on our merry way. And tonight, we'll share feasts for no noble reasons, but just to celebrate our years with its joys and its seasons. Today, we pause in our journey. We will rest and celebrate, like the fellowship did in the Elven Haven of Rivendell. Together, we are all embodying the character of Frodo Baggins. With us today are Gandalf, Gimli, Legolas, Aragorn, and many others who have helped us along our journey through high school. These great heroes and wise wizards have been our coaches, parents, teachers, pretty much all of you who have gathered with us today and who have helped us to where we are now. You helped us learn to steal from trolls, slay the great goblin, traverse through a land of terrifying spiders, deny access to Balrogs and great caverns. Together, we have seen armies with numbers greater than our own fall before our own feet. You stood with us as we laughed in the face of dragons. We are here today celebrating, even while we look across the valley at Mount Doom, awaiting the moment when we get handed our diplomas, our traveling papers as it were, awaiting the moment when we resume our late nights and early mornings, bearing the burdens of homework and hard work that will lead us into our individual journeys that we all must take on our own. I'm tired of this. Just shut up, you're embarrassing us. I'm not really sure where that came from. Anyway, today we are here to celebrate one victory, the completion of our first part of our journey, our graduation from Buehler High School. And for that, my job is to invite you to celebrate for us and with us. And to my class, even as we celebrate, we pick up a new burden. And just never forget that we each share in a fellowship with a ring at its heart, the ring that our friendship has been. We know that after today, our lives will change. We must begin our journey that will lead in many different directions. But for the moment, we are free from these burdens that will come. Today we are still happy travelers, unsure of the road before us, but very sure that we are ready for the trip. Today, we enjoy the freedom from all these until college and our lives starts again. We celebrate today for tomorrow. From the ashes, a fire shall be woken. A light from the shadows shall spring. Renewed shall be the blade that's broken, and the crownless again shall be king. Welcome to the celebration of the mighty fellowship of the class ring of 2014.